Okay, I quickly wanted to just explain one thing that I neglected to show you in the last video as it relates to the tag file procedure in Mp3tag. So there is something called a format string that needs to be, you need to configure your Mp3tag program with this exact string. Here you can see the hashtag or # delimiter. So it's looking for that as a divider, a separator between these various fields to tag your data. So artist, delimiter, album, delimiter, and then track title. I did put that string in the information document that will be included with the Python scripts. This will be in the zip file, so when you download it, you could copy and just paste that into this dialog box. So when you go to this text file tag button, it'll pop this up, paste that in there, and it'll save it. So I wanted to point that out. I forgot to talk about it in the last video. But the first thing you want to do before you can use the scripts is actually in Notepad++ is configure the Python script, install the Python plugins, PythonScript plugin. So in Notepad++, if you go to plugins and then select plugins admin, it will open this window, and you'll be able to select, I already have it installed. It's in the installed tab right here, but under the available tab, it'll be right around here. You'd select it, say that's it, and then hit this install button, and it will install it. So once that is done, you then need to import my scripts. And so the way you do that, the easiest way, you may actually have to close, now that I think about it, you may actually have to close Notepad++ and relaunch the app. But then once you do, once you know it's installed properly, it will show up under this menu right here. So go get my Python scripts, which are on my website. Actually, I can show you real quick. On my website, and these links are all in the instruction sheet with the scripts. But on the downloads page on my website, at the bottom is this zip file. You're going to want to download this and then open the folder, and then extract that zip file. Once you've done that, you'll want to go to this Python script and then select new script. It will open this window. These are mine. These you won't have these. These were ones that I was working on. Okay, so you will then want to go to your downloads folder where you downloaded the scripts file from my website, the scripts.zip. You're going to want to extract that, unzip that, however you want to do it. I use 7-zip, but Windows can do it. And unzip those files into this scripts folder in this path, in this window. Just drag the zip file into that folder and then unzip it. And then you will see them in here. Again, you won't have all these. This was me testing various things, but this is one of them, and this is the other one right here. These two are the ones you'll have. And after you import those, they will show up in here. And then what you can do is create your keyboard shortcuts, which I highly recommend by going to macro, modify shortcut, or sorry, no, that's not it. It's under yes, under here, under yes, under I'll either run, and then modify shortcut, and then you have to click on plugin commands tab, and they will be here, and you will be able to click in here and hit modify, and then do this to set your keyboard shortcut. Highly recommend that, because as you're working with the text file, you can just do that on your keyboard, and it just goes and it works and it does its thing. So one final thing I want to explain about the way this works is as you can see, there's two scripts. So why do we have two scripts? Well, we have two scripts because we need to run, generally speaking, we need to run one or the other to get the results that we want. So let me explain that now. So as you can see, this example text file, info file that came with, a file set download has what I'm calling track identifiers, right? Numbering of some sort in front of the song name, and that's actually what the script is looking for when it runs. It's basically going to find this section of the text file and delete everything else around it, and then go back and append, prepend, or whatever the word is, that string with the delimiters in front, so you're left with just the tag file that you saw before. So the problem that I was finding was that there were so many different ways that people were creating these text files. As people would transfer from a DAT tape or a cassette and make the FLAC files, everybody would create their own info file, kind of their own way, with their own track numbering, system. So I had to create a tag file script that would try to identify, using regex, regular expressions, these patterns. This is what I'm doing in this thing, is I'm looking for these different patterns. Actually, I have the actual Python script here. So if you look at this section right here, these are comments, right? So find all the track numbering characters and replace them with I'm sorry, here. Find all the lines that match the various track numbering schemes and delete everything else around it, basically. So this is my regular expression regex algorithm, so that it's searching for. If you know regex or regex, however you say it, some people say it regex, some people say regex. If you know it, you'll easily be able to tell what I'm doing here with it. But it's a pattern matching. So that works fine for info files, text files that have some type of a track numbering scheme. This was the one that I created. I just started collecting all the different ones that I would find, and this is my test file. Every time I would encounter one that I hadn't encountered before, I would have to go back and tweak this regex component here until it found it, and it would work again. So if the text file that you're working on has something in front of the song name, then you want to run the script that says isolate. You're going to gd tag file isolate, and it has this track names in the name of the Python script. The other one is for, you'll see it says no track identifiers. So every now and then, somebody would put out a info file with just the song names, with nothing, with no zero, numbers, digits indicating the track number, or so that threw everything off. So if you encounter one of these, running this script will not work. You have to run this other script, which is why the other one exists. So, but caveat is that you have to then, and this is part of the limitations of just the way it is, and you don't encounter this very often, but what you have to do is create your tag string. So again, that's artist and then a delimiter, and then I do year, month, day, and then the venue, name, comma, and then city, state, and then I put the shin ID at the end, 143, 144, and then a delimiter. Now I have that, and what I need to do on this is just go ahead and manually delete all this other stuff that's not what I'm looking for. And you do it pretty quick. It's not that big of a deal. And then copy this, and then I go ahead and delete that line, and then I run the other script. On my keyboard, it's Alt-C, and it will generate the file properly. If you attempt to run the other script, you will get a blank page or something like that. It won't look right at all. But running this other one will work and generate the tag file, as you can see. So one final thing I'll say about the script is, if you look at this, if you open the script in Notepad or whatever, you'll notice that there's some find and replace functions in here. It's looking for some song name abbreviations and replacing with the actual song name. I did not want my files tagged with acronyms or short names. I wanted the actual name, so that's why I did that. If you find a problem with something like that, you can edit this script file and put a # or hashtag in front, and it will turn it into a comment. These are in Python. That's how you comment in the script. So it basically ignores that line. Anything that's green. And you can use this to tag any band. It doesn't have to be Grateful Dead. I've used this to tag all my music. So it will work, but so just be aware of that. And I hope you find this useful. It probably looks a little daunting, especially if you're not a power user, so to speak. But if you have any questions, reach out. My email, justin@gratefuldeadbook.com, or whatever. Email is probably the best. And I'll help you with this if you want. Or if you are, if you know Python and programming, and if you have a better way of doing this, by all means, let me know. open to improvements, suggestions for improvement on this as well. So thanks for watching, and let me know how you like it. Thanks.